agree to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me. Thank you. Let it be known that all of them answered in the affirmative. We have with us today the Honorable Margot McKay, serves as the Assistant Secretary for Civil Rights at the United States Department of Agriculture. Ms. McKay sets policy and ensures compliance with all civil rights laws of USDA's agencies. She's also responsible for diversity, outreach, and alternative dispute resolution programs of USDA. Phyllis Fong has served as the Inspector General for the Department of Agriculture since December 2002. Under her leadership, the USDA's Office of Inspector General has issued numerous reports detailing weaknesses in civil rights management at USDA. Welcome. We also have with us Lisa Shams. Shams is the Director of Natural Resources and the Environment at the United States Government Accountability Office, where she has conducted several audits that have focused on USDA's civil rights efforts. Let me just indicate that your entire statement will be placed in the record, and if you just could summarize within 5 minutes, I would certainly appreciate it. So why don't we start with you, Ms. McKay. Will you proceed?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for the opportunity to appear before this subcommittee today. I'm happy to share whatever information that I can with you because I believe we have a good story to tell. USDA has made significant progress in the area of civil rights since the creation of this position in the 2002 Farm Bill. The mission of the Office of the Assistant Secretary for Civil Rights is to provide leadership and guidance to ensure compliance with civil rights laws and policies, and to promote diversity, equal opportunity, equal access, and fair treatment for all USDA customers and employees. It is my intent that the Office of the Assistant Secretary for Civil Rights will be proactive, supportive, accountable, efficient, and timely in order to help USDA become a model employer and provide equal access and opportunity to those who wish to participate in USDA programs and services. I would like to point out a few of our accomplishments in recent years. First, diversity in USDA. In the area of diversity, I began a concerted effort to incorporate workplace diversity and inclusion as a core value at USDA in order to positively impact the organizational culture. We established a new Office of Diversity and charged them with building a world-class diversity and inclusion program that includes initiatives such as cultural assessments, employee perspective surveys, mandatory diversity awareness training, a diversity and inclusion forum that will foster dialogue between USDA employees and senior management and workforce planning. In the area of outreach, the Office of the Assistant Secretary for Civil Rights continues to collaborate with USDA agencies and external organizations to expand and strengthen the department's outreach efforts with focus on the underserved. Through the Office of Outreach, we have initiated policies and are implementing programs to increase the department's capacity to provide access and technical assistance to socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers. Just as one example, we have trained and worked with community-based organizations this past year to increase, to work with the socially disadvantaged farmers to help us increase their count in the 2007 Census of Agriculture. With regard to diversity in county committees, first I want to point out that county committees play no role in the farm loan credit system and have not been involved in that process since 1999. Nonetheless, they do still have an important role in farm programs. Since the passage of the 2002 Farm Bill, USDA has promulgated guidelines in January 2005 to ensure that the FSA county committees include fair representation of socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers. USDA uses agricultural census to target certain counties, and they've come up with 400 counties so far with over 10% minority population for special outreach efforts. And counties that don't have a voting socially disadvantaged member must appoint a non-voting socially disadvantaged member. There are about 1,500 such advisors who attend county committee meetings to lend their voice, and they are influential. Candidates can self-nominate, and through effective outreach efforts, nominations of SDA is socially disadvantaged, nominations has increased 60% over the last 3 years. However, our analysis shows that elections over the past 3 years have not yielded significantly more socially disadvantaged voting members. And currently, my office is working with FSA to develop criteria for the Secretary to consider appointing voting socially disadvantaged members to some county committees in order to achieve fair representation. I might add that county committee members are held to the same civil rights policies and standards as federal employees. Even though they are not federal employees, they are bound to our civil rights policies, and they can be removed for violating these policies.